Hello. Hello. Sorry, Anurag. Chiranjan. Extremely sorry. Uh, One visitor from the neighborhood actually came here to meet me, and he was to be here for 10 minutes. So I told you that, but somehow discussion was extended, and so extremely sorry. So, Chiranjan, I'm giving you mic access. I have given you mic access.
Hello, sir.
हाँ Chiranjan.
Hello. Hello.
Have you started solving programs?
Yes.
How many programs you have solved?
13.
13.
Two with the ASCII chart with the lettering A, B, C, D that I am not able to solve. I
Which
can
one?
receive the ASCII chart.
Which one? ASCII chart. To print ASCII chart.
Yes.
What is the problem number?
I will check it. Right.
Can you read the problem? Can you read the problem? I will tell you.
Yes. Just a second. Problem number 8 and 9. Question number
8 and 9.
Yes. May I read the question?
Okay. A character is input through the keyboard. Write a C program to determine whether the character is small alphabet or large letter. That program.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Okay. And 9. Write a C program to access coordinate points in XY coordinate system and determine in which quadrant to quadrant point lies. Right?
No, 9th, no. 7th and 8th, sorry.
7th and 8th.
Yes.
Any alphabet is entered through the keyboard. Write a program to print whether the alphabet is vowel or consonant. Right?
Yes.
Okay. So how it can be solved? I will show you here. Right?
Yes.
Usually I don't give solution. Okay, but for time being, I will give you solution. The program says that say character is input to the keyboard by write a program to print whether a, instead of character we should say letter. Letter is the correct word. Letter is vowel or a consonant. Now see, first of all, you declare some variable as a char letter, suppose. Right? Now I will take the input from the keyboard, enter any letter, right? Percent C and letter. Now the question is, the objective is to find whether it is a vowel or consonant, right? Now these are mutually exclusive parts. It would be a vowel or a consonant, right? So what you will do if, right, letter equal to, right, A. It should be connected by the logical OR. Letter equal to E. Logical OR. Letter equal to I. Logical OR. Letter equal to O. Logical OR. Letter equal to U. Letter equal to A. Number of ways are there to this thing. I am showing just one of them. So will this program execute? I think we have written that on a multiple lines. So you do see this. Suppose I run the program. I enter suppose W. It will say it's a consonant, right? If I run the program again, I enter suppose capital E. We say it's a vowel, right? So when we talk about vowel or a consonant, these are mutually exclusive conditions, right? But first of all, number of vowels and number of consonants are more in number. That's why we have connected all these conditions. This condition along with logical or operator. So suppose you have entered small a, then this condition will become true and the whole condition will be true. Why? Because this is not going to check whether this condition is true, this condition is true, like that, right? Because it is connected by logical or. So once this condition is true, the control will go here. Now when, suppose you have entered capital I, suppose this, right? So it will check this condition false, but logical or, so it will check because the whole condition is going to be true even though a single condition out of that is true, because that all these conditions have been connected by logical or operator, right? And if you can recall logical or operator, then whole condition is false only when all conditions are false, right? So if you have entered capital I, then this condition is going to be false, 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 false. This is true. So once this is true, there is no need to check whether these are true or false. This will be executed. So this statement else part, the control will go else part only when all these conditions are failed. As simple as it is, right? Okay, so you have understood. Okay. What is the next one? 8. Question number 8. Any character is input through the keyboard. Write a C program to determine whether character is small case alphabet, capital, digit, or special symbol. Friends, you had asked me one question: where to use that logical NOR operator, not operator, right? No, logical or not operator will be useful here. Why? Because let's solve that program, right? But this is the last time I am showing you live uh, source codes of assignments given to you. Generally, I do not solve questions in this way, because if I solve questions in this way in the assignments, then you will understand how to write the program. So this is the first and probably the last time, mind you, right? You can make a complaint to your mother that I don't show how to write codes, right, of assignments. But sorry. So what program name I can give? Character identification. The give name of the program is character identification, right? So I will declare a variable as char ch. Suppose I write a program, write a printf statement, enter any character, scanf, %c, and ch. Right? Now, what is to be done? what is that character? Whether it is a digit, whether it is alphabet, whether it is a, if it is a capital letter, whether it is a small letter, whether it is a special character, something must be there. Now, how many characters are there? In all, 128 characters are there because ASCII values are from 0 to 127. So, in all, there are 128 characters having ASCII codes from 0 to 127. Now, out of these, if you, I have said you, I have shared ASCII table along with you. And if you go through that ASCII table, there is some pattern. Okay. Likewise, we'll write it here. ASCII values of digits 0 to 9 are ranges from 48 to 57. Right? ASCII values of capital letters ranges from 65 to 90. ASCII values of small letters ranges from 97 to 122. And ASCII values of special character ranges from, so whatever in between these, okay, are special characters, okay, ranges from what? A 0 to 47, B 90 to 96, okay, B 57 to 64, C 91 to 96, and D 123 to 127. Okay, I think you can understand this. So this is basically an algorithm for writing the program. So how you will put this in algorithm in C code? This is basically algorithm, right? So how you will put this as a condition? If CH is equal to 48 or, no, not or, and, logical and, all those numbers from 48 to 57, right, are, I mean, ASCII value is for 48 to 57. These are digits as 0 to 9. So if any character is to be digit, its ASCII value must be not and ASCII value. If the ASCII value is greater than or equal to 48, double ampersand, CH is less than or equal to 57, right? If it is so, we can write that character is a digit. Right? If CH is greater than or equal to 65, double ampersand, CH is less than or equal to 90. Then what? Printf, it's a capital letter. If CH is equal to is greater than or equal to 97, double ampersand, CH is less than or equal to 122. Printf, it's a small case letter. Now how you will put this? So how you can put it? But you cannot write here else, right? Suppose I write here else. You need to understand programming internals of flow, how the control flow goes. Because Anurag and Chiranjan, nobody in this world in the future, right, will teach you at this level, at this depth. Nobody will explain you, right? That's why I'm taking your special class, right? Okay, even though class is of big strength, I teach the same thing. There is no difference, but in the class, private class or in your college, they don't have that much time. They will finish it off within 1 hour and go to the next chapter, right? So whatever I'm teaching you, nobody will teach you. Why? Because if I run this code, no, if I run this code, suppose I'm not putting this, as of now. So this code is going to work at least for these three conditions. Definitely, right? So if I suppose enter 6, it will say it's a digit. Why? Because I have entered a 6. 6 has got ASCII value as suppose 54 or 53. Right? Now this condition is true, so it will print. So there is no question of this is not going to be true and this is not going to be true. Right? Suppose I enter capital S. It's a capital letter. Suppose I enter small t. It's a small case letter. So for a few inputs, it is going to work. The question is that what if I enter a special character? So if I enter, suppose, question mark, then you won't get any output because all three if conditions are false. Okay, and it will not give any output. Now, for that, suppose you write the else part like this, right? What will happen? Sometimes this code will work fine. Sometimes this code will not work fine. Suppose I enter suppose T. Okay, what happens? It's a small case letter, right? Perfect, right? Suppose I enter ampersand. It's a special character. Fantastic, it is working. Suppose I enter capital A. It is giving messages, it's a capital letter and it's a special character. Can there be a character which is a capital letter as a special character? No. So what is this happening in this program? The problem is that it works for special character, it works for small case letter, but it didn't work for the capital letter. Even it will not work for the digit. It's a digit, it's a special character. So what is the problem here? Problem is of logic. What the logic you have put, it has got problem. It is not a compile time error, it's not a runtime error, nothing. Right? So what is the problem here is that when you enter suppose digit, right? When you enter a digit, suppose you enter 0, right? Suppose you enter 0. When you enter the 0, 0 has got ASCII value as 48. So this condition is true. And this condition is also true because it is less than 57. So CH is greater than or equal to 48 and CH is less than or equal to 57. So condition is true. So this is executed, right? But since that CH in which we have entered 0, and then since that 0 has got ASCII value as 48, once this condition is true, this 48 is not greater than or equal to 65, right? So this is false. This condition is false because 48 is not greater than or equal to CH, that is 97, right? Now, since this condition is false, it goes to the else part. And this is executed because this else has got connection along with this nearest if. Right? What you feel? Suppose this condition is true. Okay, this is not going to be executed. No. When this condition is true, this is false, and since this is false, this is executed. Why? Because C has been taught in the fashion that if condition is false, go to the else part, right? And here there is a problem. So what other option we have got? All the way you have to put everything here. This. So what you have to write here? If CH, just look at the condition how you can write. What you have to write. CH greater than or equal to 0, double ampersand, CH is less than or equal to 47. I have to write 47. But this is one set of special characters. You have to write like R, again inside bracket. CH is greater than or equal to 59, 58, right? Double ampersand. CH is less than or equal to 64, right? Logical OR. CH greater than or equal to 91, double ampersand. CH less than or equal to 96. Logical OR. CH less than, greater than or equal to 123, double ampersand. CH is less than or equal to 127. So you have to write the condition like that. In that case, it is a special character. So exclusively you are telling, right? Now this will work for all character inputs. What is the problem here? Somewhere something might be remaining. Right? So if I enter suppose capital A, no, suppose I enter 6, it will give it's a digit. If I enter P, It's a small case. If I enter capital W, it will give its capital letter. If I enter X, it will give its a special case. Got this? Now, how far it is good to write this much long condition? Okay. Here you can use some technique to use that logical not operator, right? So what I will do here, I will declare some variable, some variable. Suppose I give variable as a flag, right? And I will set that flag as, suppose, 1, right? Suppose I set that flag as 0, right? There is a normal variable. This name is flag, right? And or you can put variable as a status, okay? Some meaningful variable. Like flag is a kind of flag, right? So what I will do, I will set the flag here. Okay? Rather, I will reset the flag. I will write here if control goes inside the if, that is, once it is decided, once it is determined that it's a digit, I will set flag to 1, right? In the same fashion, once it is decided that it's a capital letter, I will set the flag to 1, right? So inside, whenever any if condition is true, I will reset that flag, or I will rather I invert that flag, right? So I'm inverting that flag. Since it is initialized to 0, I'm assigning 1. That's it. 0 or 1, right? Not necessarily 1. You can give any value. But we are writing C program, so we write a program in terms of true or false or some kind of thing, right? Now it doesn't mean that 1 is, I mean, here, because it is not this is not a condition part. This is just a normal variable. But we are trying to use the facility given by the Dennis Ritchie, okay, in terms of logical not operator. Now here, instead of writing this whole condition, right? But I want to share this code along with you. I will create one more project. Right? So here, I will try to use that flag variable. Right? If not flag. right? If not flag. So when I run this code, now it will work as per the earlier case. So if I enter capital A, it will give it's a capital letter. If I enter suppose digit, it will print as a digit. If I enter special character, it will give special character. So how we have used this? 1 minute. Some construction activity is going on, so it is irritating. What I am doing here, I am declaring some variable, okay, and initialize to 0. Now, when character is digit, it will control will go inside, and the flag will be inverted. So it was 0. I have made it 1. Same here and same here, right? Now, what happens when either of these condition is true? That means it is a digit or a capital letter or a small case letter. In that case, flag is reset into the 1. So when control comes here, since now flag contains 1, so flag is a 1. Not flag, that means not 1. Not 1 is what? Not true. Not true is what? False. If false, this is not going to be executed. Because if false means condition is false, no? Condition is false. Now, what happens when you enter the any special character, right? What happens when you enter special character? This is false, so flag remains 0. This is false, flag remains 0. This is false, flag remains 0. So what is the value of flag? 0. Not 0. That means 1. What is 1? It is true. If true, so this is executed. Right? So this is an example of how. No, see, as per the program, see how simple is it. There is no logical and or brackets, everything like huge long condition. Nothing is there. If flag, that's it. Right? I hope you understood. So Anurag, did you understand both programs? I have given you mic access.
Yes,
Did you
sir.
understand both programs?
Yes, sir. We understood completely.
Okay, that is good. Thank you. Okay, any other?
No, sir.
Okay, that is good. Now, I have not sent you intentionally. I have not sent you assignment for loops, right?
Yes.
Okay. Send whatever assignments we have written. Send them today evening, right?
Yes, sir.
And once I receive assignments, all assignments from you, I will send you third set of this thing. What?
Okay, sir.
Loops, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Sir, how to convert and send it to you?
Whatever program you have written, copy that program, right? The way if I copy this program, 1 minute. Suppose I copy this program, right? I will copy this. You will copy this. Open the notepad, right? Save it here. Save
Okay.
it, right? And save this uh, as a program number, right? So you give file name as chap02.
Okay.
program 08, right? So given file name as this, so that which chapter is it and which program is it, without any, I mean, blank space not necessary. Directly give chapter number and program number and save
Okay,
it,
sir.
right? And save and send this text file to me by mail.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay, fine. Okay, how much we have finished loop structure?
Do while.
Yeah, do while. Nesting of loop we have finished. I think you forgot it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Finished. Finished.
Even break statement I have taken. Even continue statement I have taken. You
Yes,
forgot
sir.
everything.
मेरे को समझ.
I have
Yes,
taken I have taken break statement as well as continue statement.
oh, okay, sir. Continue
Right?
statement.
You didn't watch the video I sent you.
Yes, sir. I'll watch the recording again.
Okay.
Fresh. Continue statement नहीं हुआ. बोलना फिर. Sir, I
Continue.
think continuing statement is not completed.
No, it is completed. I will take again, but it is completed.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you. Hello.
Hello?
Your video froze.
Froze, okay.
अब हटाना आसान होगा. बाकी की चीज गिरा के तू क्यों बैठा खुद भी गिर जा.
On now? Is it on?
No, sir. Yes, sir. Video, yes, video, yes. I thought you were sharing the screen.
You can view me, no? You can see me, no?
Yes, yes, sir.
And audible.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. So this program I took of continuous statement, if you can recall. This program. So what does the continue does? When control reaches the continuous statement, the control goes to next iteration, right? So
Yes.
when I is equal to 1, since this condition is true, continuous statement is executed and I becomes 2. Again, condition is tested. Again, the control goes here, right? Condition is true. So again, condition. When I is equal to 3, right? This condition is false and 3 will be printed. So what is the meaning of continuous statement? Continuous statement is always associated with this condition.
Yes, video feed जा रहा है आजकल.
So whenever condition becomes true, okay, and if you have written continuous statement after that, the control will be taken to the next iteration, right? So what do you mean by next iteration? Suppose there is a large code here, right? Here, this much code is there, okay? Then this whole will be skipped. It is not going to be executed when continuous statement is going to. So continue will take control from continuous statement for the next iteration, right? So this is how the continuous statement works. Okay. Now, what is the there is a one more term remaining. What is a special loop, right? So we will write some, suppose. So this is a program, right? Special loop is not official name. Okay, you won't find this name in any book or any online video or in your college like that. Okay, this is the name given by me because it works in a special manner, right? Don't use this as a special loop in your college. Okay, but I find this a bit special. That's why I have given that name. Now here, uh, if I run this code, if I run this code, this is the program earlier we have already written, right? If I enter 5 numbers, it will give square and cube of 5 numbers, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, right? Suppose I want to enter for 10 times. So I have to code, put it here 10, compile it again, and run it again. So I will enter 6, 5, 4, 2, 3, 8, 9, 5, 6, 4. That's it. 10 times it will be executed. Suppose I want to enter 3 times. I will to make changes there. This is one problem. Suppose I enter 100, right? It will be executed 100 times, right? But in that process, suppose after enter 10, I feel that no more I want to execute. It will be executed because control is inside the loop, right? So abnormally, you have to terminate that program. Can we write a loop in such a fashion that control remains in programmer's hand? Okay, programmer are not a programmer, rather user. User will be having control to execute that loop. Okay, and he will ask, the program will ask, want to continue or what do you say? Likewise, when you close this application, it asks you, no, do you want to say yes, no, cancel? Without this, you cannot go ahead. Okay. Box is concerned, you have to press yes, no, or cancel, whatever. If you say yes, it will be saved and application will be closed. If you say no, nothing will be saved and application will be sold. If you say cancel, nothing will happen. The focus will go again back to this thing. Can we write a loop such a fashion, in the same fashion, whether it will ask user, right? So I will try to write that. Okay. So a couple of ways are there. I will teach you that. I will show you that, right? So counter is not going to be there. There is no question of initialization. There is no question of increment. Right? I will write a loop as while one, right? What do you mean by while one? Inside condition you have written one, so it is going to be true, always true, always true. So how you will come outside the loop? There is a statement, break statement, we can use it to come outside the loop, right? Okay. So I will give enter number, right? And give one more message to the user. Enter 0 to terminate, right? Enter 0 to terminate. And I will write one single statement here. If num equal to 0, if I execute this program, see there is no initialization, there is no counter, there is no increment, no condition, nothing is there. Okay. So if I execute this code, see here. No. Enter number, enter 0 to terminate. That's it. So enter 6. Square of 6 is 36, cube of 6 is 216. Since it is a while one, the control will go again. Okay. This is output which is printed, and control will go from this to here. Okay. Here it is a 1. So control will go again inside the loop. Okay. Because I have told you when loop is executed till the condition becomes false, the loop is going to be repeated. Okay. Whatever inside the body of the loop, it is going to be executed till condition becomes false. So right now it is a while one, so condition is always true. So you enter 7, 5, 6, 4, 55, 66, whatever. Okay. You have a full control. Why? Because there is one message, enter 0 to terminate. So I will enter 0. That's it. Finish. Right? So you can run it for 3 times, 4 times, any times. Any number of times you can execute that code. So that's why I give this name as special loop. Right? Now, here also you can use that logical NOT operator. Right? You can write like this. If can we use here? Let's see. If suppose 0 is entered, yes, we can use this. Not if, not now. Okay. So you have to play. This I thought just right now whether it can be used. So suppose 6, yes, 3, 4, 2, 0, that's all. Finish. Right? Why? Because you entered the 0, the num contains 0, not 0, that means 1. That means the condition is true. So what we have told? When condition is true, break it. Break means control will take this, rest of the things will be will not be executed. At the same time, control will not go to the next iteration. Break will take control directly to the line number 24. Directly to line number 24. That is the use of the break. Got that? Right. So this chapter is over here. This is a special look. I will share this code along with you. These are going to be very useful. At least once, re-listen my videos, recorded sessions. These are going to be very, very useful in your life, right? Now, watching these kind of videos is difficult, I know, because I'm not a celebrity, I'm not a movie star, okay? But these are going to be useful for you in your life. So watch these videos at least once. Okay, I'm not showing at least thrice or at least 5 times, at least once. Because whatever I teach you in 1 hour, 10, 15 per you will understand 100%, but 10 to 15% will be retained by you. Other 80% will be washed out. Okay, that is the reason I am sharing videos along with. Right? Okay. So thank you very much. So can we stop? Anurag, you are Anurag and okay, thank you. And have you received the marks of first paper? Have you gone through that? Performance is poor. I think both of you have got 20 or 21 or 19 marks. Okay? Out of 50. It should be improved next time. Right? It should be improved next time. Thank you very much.